Yeah, here now we are in presentation for my childhood, very fine childhood in presentation as design in arts design. As I feel I have to congratulate in my life to have been very design, I've been choreographer, lovely. I was in a group to have inhabits to paint some puppets and in graphics I've been computer science from the early 70s, yeah, from very early 70s, in integrating the figures being simply of seen story contention to inherit in very scientific science fiction rumors being shouted from the past illusions of heavens being confirmed stories above of Sith and Jedi. That becomes on the envelope to become the avatar Ralph McQuarrie. I look like this is when the designer, I was the design from the good ones went from the village west from the figure here, the wearing and the inner intellect of the scene. I have been inhabit in a minding because I was involved in the scene as being a spirit, only ghostly air wind inside you of fear what gonna do with this boat being brotherhood seemingly fits and chilly between the sun and dead beside the in front of us. When this grows, I was enveloped to computer sciences as my parents' childhood being simply very contention to be in good being figures of good scenes of these lordly goodnesses dark beside us avatars beneath at the figure of my paint and congratulation the figure to concepted, photorized, and been aqualized and be simply in a practice of painting like color or be simply in a better wish with as was possible and my child is goodish and in the Lord of analog be simply and the base of be simply from the hybrid past was also a remembrance of these scenes where I was not in living world, living in another world on the material and was in trance world in Yedi and comforting as the air and was friend of Joda. It's and please be some figures I was developed to concept this design from the past memorations. Also, it's an inquit of graphics in assembly from early computer science had to envelope in a special, very special graphics in an Autodesk box to complex to runes or to America in a data box to incomplete the completely sessions to have been printed then. As war very hard about working especially in German Arbeit to have been in Congress the color and the color was simply in the end for the pictures only for the figures and the wearers gonna grow and be split and a little bit be not being random but be very nosy I was grown what gonna inhabit to with all the color patches of my little childish good paintings and the inner whoops of the rooms was and the art of the deductions from the science fiction also beneath from or high or solo as the Chewbacca meanings started was inherited in concepting of mine because I was also in an intention of concepting science fiction between starships coming here to have an envelope a little bit intercept from the figures from my avatar work McQuarrie. We're first below. Correlation, this is it. One. And here comes the Autodesk function where you're going to live as a pilot and the cosmic is open and it's simply in the inner files reasonably taught slotted and be simply to inherit in this room is being escaped enveloped as it was in heaven also from this universe between from the here inside universe inhabited has been this was in past times also my congression of discussion of intention by what we're gonna do be with science of envelopes from starship and be inhabited from militaries besieged. Yeah, I know this one was now in congression to news site also. This was a graphic envelope of a high good impression of good assembly to stream also the figure sizes from the painters in congression when to needed from the techno sizes was basically also in congression of being a modular ring of being inhabited computer graphics and be incident childhood is basically very congressional basically paintings of mine, okay? Very, very concrete and precise. But the data box in auto-tooled was in extraction of very fine being harmonies. Yeah, I'm in a habit of this one. A very long running from filmscaping rounds from, and then I got it in real truth from here, from Germany. As was always from inner room concepting. The inner room was completely concepted by computer hardware graphics, and the figure size was also painting. Simply always this other be white scene not was so published simply on the film screen. Yeah, here was another conversion from this one. And here you see also my art graphics for my covers, for my wheel covers will be running in Japan. Maybe there's also like an envelope. There's also the graphics of computer artist figures beside me. And they intercepted a congression of behind what has been painting in very special congressions of painting, very special there. And this was the envelope as in photographics basically, and this graphics basically from a real very early computer graphics attack from my side titles being could be simply what we've been fine printing from the childhood I was grown I think I was 5 of the enrolled over maybe 5 or 6 years old. Okay, and here we go one. This is simply it's going to be very femalized. Yeah, I was in group for my own inner inspection and told him, no, this one is only the congression of the femalized version, but this is not the original. The original is the man kind of, yeah. Was the fault, was in breaking of very dreaming when I was painting this mechanic figure side. It's very dreaming, not in a slot from the real time from the past, and was in conclusion of, oh, we have been sorry with you, I'm sorry. It's a mankind, it's a little bit other with me, because the storyboard contempt is very hard, the design of the film. After fun envelope from McQuarrie and the side, and here comes from Han Solo against the good integration, big fun envelopes, flyers have been scattered to which one. Yeah, I know the construction by this one was later we was officialized this construction of his fork presumably from the high congression of the universe. This is my way by McQuarrie has been inventing storyboards, basically very printing, good, fine of those after a long time from the first contention. Has been good, been seen by and George been Lucas presumably very good contempt to have inhabited to more future titles of Star Wars.